Special representatives from Commercial and Business Affairs of the U.S. Department of State, Ziad Haider, made the comment that Laos is offering investment opportunities, while the United States have pledged to work with the country to help improve ease of doing business procedures to attract greater investment.
It means for ASEAN, but what it means for Laos specifically.
Special Representative for Commercial and Business Affairs at the U.S. Department of State, Ziad Haider, made the comment in a media conference during his trip to the capital to attend the ASEAN Economic Ministers Meeting and its related meetings at the beginning of August.
Representatives from companies like Ford and Coca-Cola.
According to him, U.S. businesses have seen investment opportunities in Laos, and some U.S. companies have already established their presence here, including Coca-Cola. He said a few days earlier met with the U.S. companies doing business throughout the country, as well as a representative for the American Chamber of Commerce to Laos.
And these are companies that see a real opportunity in Laos and see an opportunity in the Laos's location. Take Ford, for example. They've set up a dealership here in Vientiane in Laos because they see an opportunity to be able to reach markets in Thailand from Laos.
To be part of the economic and social development.
He cited an example that U.S. companies setting up their presence here in Vientiane also see opportunities to be able to reach markets in Thailand from here. To enable the businesses to better enjoy the benefits, Mr. Haider stated it was important to ensure customs procedures approval is quickened.
But for that to happen and for them to continue to benefit, it's important to deal with issues relating to customs. It's important to deal with issues relating to clearances, approval processes. So those are the policy issues where we want to work with the government, and the government understands this.
The U.S. has also pledged to work with ASEAN, the 10-member bloc, of which Laos is a member, to boost economic cooperation between them via a new initiative, the U.S. ASEAN Connect, including by improving policy conducive for investment. During the special U.S. ASEAN Summit in February in California, U.S. President Barack Obama announced the U.S.-supported U.S. ASEAN Connect, comprising of 4 pillars: Business Connect, Energy Connect, Innovation Connect, and Policy Connect. Mr. Haider said ASEAN member states, including Laos, will benefit from the initiative. Mr. Haider said he has learned during his trip to the Vientiane Industry and Trade Area, or VITA Park, that it takes about 7 days to complete investment license processes at the park.
The reason I know that is because the other place we visited yesterday was the VITA Industrial Park, the Specific Economic Zone. And here is an industrial park, 110 hectares, 43 companies have signed up to use this space. And what I learned in the briefing that I received was that the approval process for licenses is 7 days, customs, everything. Now, if we can scale that up here in Laos, that makes life a lot easier for our companies. So that's the type of issues that we want to work on through Policy Connect. And then Energy Connect is obviously a big part of Laos's story, hydropower exports. But the fact is that any economy needs to look ahead and see, is this resource, how long would it last for? And we need to have other bases driving our economy. So we really want to work with the government here in better use of its energy resources, in issues of clean energy, but also more broadly on the idea of diversification of the economy.
Through Energy Connect, the U.S. also wants to work with Laos in promoting the use of green energy, an issue the Lao government has committed to, as it has high potential for hydroelectricity investment and development. This year will get a big boost in promoting U.S. investment in Laos, as more American investors are expected to visit Laos during next month's visit to the country by President Obama, which will be the first U.S. president to visit Laos to attend the ASEAN Summit and its related meetings, Mr. Haider said. Asked about potential areas that the American businesses could be interested in, Mr. Haider suggested agricultural production for export, while looking at Laos as part of their broader supply value chain had potential. Telecommunication and e-commerce also had some potential. During the Sunnyland Summit in California, the U.S. and Lao governments signed a bilateral trade and investment framework agreement that looks to expand economic ties between the two countries. Mr. Haider welcomed Laos-U.S. trade that has gained growth rates of almost 20% since Laos became a member of the World Trade Organization in 2013. The United States was the country's 9th largest exporting market, with an export value amounting to more than $24 million in 2014, according to statistics from the Ministry of Industry and Commerce. Meanwhile, imports from the U.S. amounted to more than $21.2 million in 2014, making the U.S. the 10th largest importing source for the country in that year.